Well, about me, what can I say about me? I've been in the US for about, I think, 1 year and a half, or more than 1 year and a half. I've been in the TESOL program at Southern Illinois University, and I belong to the linguistics department. I've been also teaching Spanish in the foreign language department at SIUC too. And after graduating in May, I'm gonna go to the University of Louisville. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be in a PhD program, hopefully, and I'm gonna be working in a project called multicultural teacher recruitment project. This is gonna be part of my grad assistantship that I'm gonna have there. I'm gonna be doing research on that project, and I'm gonna be pursuing my PhD in curriculum and instruction, in the specialization of languages, cultures, and communities. That's the teaching and learning department. I think in the majority of the TESOL programs, the students learn about curriculum, linguistics, culture, and some other linguistics-related courses. And also they learn about planning and assessment. But what is sometimes really important, how you work in the classroom, what skills do you have to deliver your teaching, and which strategies do you use when working with the students. And classroom management skills are kind of neglected, I would say, because we focus more on linguistics and the language performance. But I think that language is as important as how to know to manage a classroom, especially when you work with big classes. How to give instructions, how to manage group work, how to handle lower students, what pattern of interactions you should use in terms of how big is your class. The elements are important to be considered on classroom management, I think, is helping learners pay attention and focus on learning, maintaining classroom momentum, and using classroom time effectively. Also, I think it's important to teach students or teaching trainees how to arrange the classroom space to best support learning objectives. And I think also it's important to teach them or to train them on the development of guidelines to maintain disciplines, especially when you work with high schoolers or even with college students. I think at every level is important to know. In every level is important to know about classroom management skills. And I also consider that management should be taken into consideration as an ongoing process. That's also part of how to manage a classroom, and giving feedback without attacking students. That's one of the foundation of classroom management. And also, I think I mentioned that on how to maintain discipline, but I think it's more important to be consistent in what we do in the classroom, and it has to do with our philosophy, teaching philosophy, and also it is related to our personality. I think classroom management should be introduced to future teachers or even in-service teachers in a class dedicated to that. You don't learn this by reading theories. You learn this but when you actually do it, when you do micro teaching, when you go to the class and reflect upon that, when you see what you are doing, you internalize that information, and then you come up with conclusions about what works or what doesn't work. And I think it's important to provide training based on our own practice or their own practice, making them question what they do and start to change from their own experiences. And yes, I agree that classroom management varies from one context to other. And after being here in the US for about 2 years and being in contact with different people from around the world, I have come out to the conclusion that teaching is teaching wherever you are and wherever you go. It's like a world language. But if you know how to teach in Venezuela, if you know how to teach in England, or if you know how to teach in the US, you would certainly know how to teach. But you definitely have to know how to handle cultural differences when it comes to classroom management, because some cultures are shyer than others, and some students are going to be more outgoing than others, and you should know how to handle that and adapt materials and activities, and the way you approach them also is important to know. And I think reflective teaching is relevant when it comes to cultural and socio-economical differences. You have to rethink about your own belief about teaching, and in that way you will know how to handle those differences. I couldn't say like you do this or that, but it's gonna come from our own experience.